Hello and welcome to today's video. Now today we are going to be talking about the Atlanta Motor Speedway weekend which involves the trucks, Xfinity and Cup series, and we're going to be talking about the results. So let's first start with the truck series uh, for the running of the freight auctions 200. Kyle Busch gets his first win in the Camping World Truck Series. And second to him is Austin Hill, then John Hunter Nemechek, and Johnny Sauter, Sheldon Creed, Zane Smith, Ross Chastain coming from last place to finish 7th. That's actually really a great result for him. Matt Crafton, Brent Moffitt, and Stuart Friesen rounds out the top 10. Then Grant Enfinger, Carson Hosiva, Derek Kraus, Parker Kligerman had a great run. Ryan Truex, Ben Rhodes, Todd Gilliland, Tyler Ankrum, Tanner Gray, and Spencer Davies. I don't know how the fuck he got up there, but Spencer Davies gets inside the top 20, rounding it out. 21st is Haley Deegan. So I think that's actually her best result, I think, in this season. So, well, the baby steps. Notable finishes outside of the top 20. Timothy Peters in 30th. Chandler Smith in 35th. Bill Lester in 36th. And Rafael Losard in 39th. We now move on to the Xfinity Series. Justin Allgaier gets his first win in the season, beating out Martin Truex Jr., then Harrison Burton, Noah Gregson, I'm going to talk about him later, AJ Allmendinger, Riley Herbst, Michael Annett, Justin Haley, Daniel Hamrick, I'll be also talking about him later, and Ryan Sieg rounding out the top 10. Good job actually by Sieg as well. Then Maya Snyder, Jeremy Clements, Austin Cindric falling off a bit, Landon Castle, Santino Ferrucci, Josh Williams, Alex Labay, Tommy John Martins, Jeffrey Earnhardt, and Timmy Hill rounding out the top 20. Notable finishes outside the top 20, there's only 2 of them. Brandon Jones in 37th, and Josh Berry in 38th, even though he got some pretty big airtime when he wrecked out. So for the Xfinity Series, obviously, I mentioned Gregson and Hamrick. They actually had a fight in pit lane. Well, in pit road at the end of the race. Gregson throwing a couple jabs at Hamrick. It was only just because in pit road, I think, well, Gregson, I don't know why, but I think he missed his stop, he missed his box, so he backed up right and hit Hamrick's car, and then just drove forward a bit, and then his crew got going to work. I don't know why he did it, but I guess he did. So. Yeah, it's a bit weird, I'll be honest. I can kind of understand Hamrick's frustration there, I'll be honest. Finally, we move to the Cup Series, and another first-time winner, Ryan Blaney, gets his 5th career win, and basically beating out Kyle Larson, who, I guess kind of choked, even though Logano was in his way, but kind of choked, but that's alright. And then Alex Bowman, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, William Byron, Martin Truex Jr., and Kevin Harvick round out the top 10. Then Matt DiBenedetto, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Newman, Ross Chastain, Joe Logano, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Cole Custer, Michael McDowell, and Eric Almirola round out the top 20. Notable finishes outside of the top 20, we've got Brad Keselowski in P28, Chase Elliott with an engine failure in P38, and Kurt Busch shouting last place in P39 after wrecking. So that is the results for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. We're now going to be moving on to the standings. We're going to first start off with the Cup Series. It's a little bit different because they haven't. I don't think they've actually updated the standings yet. But this is basically the standings right here. I'm just going to move down to, I guess, 20th because, yeah, 20th. So, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Joe Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott rounds out the top 10. Then Austin Dillon, Kyle Busch, Michael McDowell, Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, and Chris Buescher currently now in the playoffs. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Preece, Bubba Wallace, and Ross Chastain currently looking in. So, as of right now, the drivers who are certainly in the playoffs Larson, Truex, Byron, Bell, and McDowell. So those 5 drivers are currently in. We now move on to the Xfinity um, standings. We have Austin Cindric, Daniel Hamrick, Harrison Burton, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, Jeb Burton, Maya Snyder, Justin Allgaier, Jeremy Clemens, Brandon Jones rounding out the top 10, and Brandon Brown and Riley Herbst rounding out the top 12. So if we go to the rank here, so it's a little more easier for you guys to see. So Austin Cindric, AJ Allmendinger, Maya Snyder, and Justin Allgaier are currently in. The other drivers that are in are Daniel Hamrick, who's in third place currently and highlighted, Harrison Burton, Justin Haley, Jeb Burton, Brandon Jones, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Brown, and Riley Herbst. Currently, Michael Nett, Noah Gregson, Landon Castle, and Tommy John Martins are looking outwards. And there's actually 1 point separating Herbst and Nett. So if Herbst actually does a pretty bad run for this foreseeable future, then kind of screwed. But yeah, Josh Williams, Joe Gaff Jr., and Ryan Seager are also looking in as well. We now move on to the Camping World Truck Series, and these are the standings for them. John Nemechek currently still in the lead with Ben Rhodes, Sheldon Creed, Matt Crafton, Stuart Friesen, Austin Hill, Johnny Slara, Zane Smith, Grant Finger, and Carson Osiva rounding out the top 10 in the playoffs. So for the playoffs, I think it's kind of just the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. Chandler Smith, Todd Gilliland, Brent Moffat, Austin Wayne Self, Derek Kraus, Ryan Truex, Tanner Gray, Rafael Lassard, and Cody Rauber. I probably mispronounced that. Currently looking, trying to get into the playoffs as of currently. So the drivers who are basically in automatically in the Truck Series, they are Nemechek and Rhodes. So they don't really have to worry about it. They are currently in the top 2 positions. So yeah, Nemechek may win the Campbell Truck Series, but I don't really know. Now the next race is the Bristol Dirt Race. The entry list has not been released, but it will be the Campbell Truck Series and the Cup Series, which will be in the Food City Dirt Race. If I can get the schedule actually up. So this is going to be basically what the weekend schedule is going to be for the for the Truck Series and the Cup Series. So it'll be first practice on Friday, and it'll be also final practice on later day. Then on Saturday, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So there will be a total of 4 qualifying races for both Cape World and Cup. So the Cape World Truck Series will have 4 qualifying races from 4:30 p.m. to which is the first qualifying, to 5:15 p.m., which is the last qualifying race, and then in 55 minutes time, it will then be the first qualifying race for the Cup Series, which then will end at 6:45, which will be the last qualifying race. So basically, it will be around 15 minutes each, 15 minutes for the races. And then at 8 p.m. will be the Pinty's Truck Race on Dirt, which that'll be on Saturday. And on Sunday, it will be then on 3:30 p.m. It will be the Food City Dirt Race for the Cup Series. Now, I'm just going to quickly try and talk about the drivers who are in. I'm mainly going to be talking about the Truck Series, because in the Truck Series, there's a lot of drivers who wants to be in it. And obviously they have the racer in for the main event. So I can't really get the entry list. However, what I'm gonna try and do, so if I go to Team Charter, okay, so let's first start with the Truck Series, right? Scroll down. First one, it is J.R. Hefner. Now I haven't really done any research, but I think most of these are dirt racers, yeah. So there's J.R. Hefner, who is a car racing driver, is professional dirt and asphalt stock car driver. He does race in the ARCA Racing Series and the Capital Truck Series. He's actually 48 years old, wow. Next one, Chase Briscoe. He's going to be in the dirt race for Roper Racing. I think another one is going to be down here a bit. I think Ryan Preece is going to be in it. No, Ryan Preece is not going to be in it. Actually, no, Kevin Harvick's going to be in it, but we don't know what number he's going to be running. Nor do we even know what team he's going to be running. We keep going. Mike Snyder will be racing in the Bristol Dirt Race. That was just announced like today. Well, not really today, but a couple days ago. So Mike Snyder will be in. Um, it's gonna be having a look. Kyle Larson will be in the Bristol Dirt Race for Nice Motorsports. Martin Truex Jr. will be in the Bristol Dirt Race for Kyle Busch Motorsports. That's gonna be very interesting. Um, Jake Griffin, he's gonna be in the dirt race. Bubba Wallace, he's also gonna be in the dirt race for Spencer Davies Motorsports. That's gonna be very interesting. Ryan Newman will be racing for DCC Racing in the Bristol Dirt Race. Mike Marla, he'll be racing for Hill Motorsports. Jessica Friesen, who is actually Stuart Friesen's wife, she'll be racing for Halmar Racing Toyota, which is the team that Stuart Friesen's gonna be racing for. He'll be racing at the dirt race. I think that's about it. I know Kevin Harvick is gonna be in it, but I just don't know, like what team is gonna be in it. But the final one for the Cup Series has been, I guess, like one driver change. I think it's like team 2. So we just keep scrolling down. It'll be there. Oh, 3 actually. Chris Windham, he'll be racing for Rick Ware Racing. If I click on him, apparently it doesn't exist. That's amazing. But Chris Windham, he'll be racing at Bristol Dirt Race. Other drivers includes, if I just keep scrolling down, other drivers includes Stuart Friesen. He'll be racing for Spire Motorsports for the dirt race, including Shane Golobic. Golobic? I'm gonna guess it says Golobic. He'll be racing for Live Fast Motorsports in dirt race. I think that's about it. I'm just currently looking. I think that's it. Yeah. So I guess those are like all the drivers that we know are going to be in the dirt race. It's probably going to be more mainly for the truck series. I doubt there's going to be any for the Cup series. I think that's mainly it. So the entry list has not been released yet because obviously I'm recording this on the day the Atlanta Motor Speedway race ended. But yeah, so the Bristol Dirt Race is going to be a very interesting race. It's going to be very fun though. I'll be honest, I'm strictly honest. It's going to be very fun. A lot of drivers have been preparing for this race. Mainly like Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Kyle Larson. I think Joe Logano as well, Kevin Harvick. Obviously Truex, Wallace, like Bubba Wallace, mainly for the guys in the racing with the truck series. That's going to be a lot of fun. So, I'll catch you guys on next time in the next video. Goodbye.